Hi everyone. We're starting off immediately with a question. Somebody is holding the Garfield. The Garfield eats Twitter. Whoever is like, okay, wait.
Okay.
Someone is held hostage, running the Garfield eats Twitter account. And let me tell you why. Before I had internet. Also,
yeah, maybe you should explain where we went.
Yeah,
before
let me
you
jump. So this is gonna be a really awkward, like, seeing those events, because you guys are gonna have a podcast tomorrow that they're not gonna know about because they haven't watched. Mm-hmm. Then Pop hasn't been here for 2 weeks because he's been completely disconnected from society because of no internet.
My internet, she disappeared. Girl, she vanished, and I didn't have it for 2 weeks, and it was hell. The way in which that I would call my friends every hour, and I would be like, hey, update. Once again, I'm sitting in my bed. And I would talk to them, and they told me, because I went to school the day after I got internet back, and this was like a Sunday, right? I got internet. I came home and I was like, oh, I have internet. After on Monday, this was this week, on Monday, I came back to school, and I was like, guys, guess what? The ground shook. People died. The earth, I don't know. And the air, it's better. I just got my internet back. And they were like, yay! And then later, one of them told me, they were like, Brayden, you know what? I think I like you better with internet because you're less clinically insane and you don't call me every hour. I was like, that makes sense.
I love how you went insane after day 3 and were like, you wrote us, you were like, I started reading a book, guys. It's insane. It's so good.
It was really scary. I was already reading a book beforehand. I was really obsessed with that book, and I finished that this morning. But it was absolutely awful. I was in isolation for 2 weeks. I was on the verge of killing myself. I was so manic that I pierced my ears. This one, I got my second lobe pierced by one of my friends right here on my bed. But yesterday it came out, which was a little unfortunate. And then on my right one, I got my second lobe pierced, which I really, really like. And I think it looks pretty good. But I want to get my second lobe pierced again because the hole closed up. And I was like, oh no, that's unfortunate. Because I found this, which was in my ear yesterday. Last night on my bed, I was feeling my ears. I was like, where did it go? And I was like, oh. And it probably like got out of my ear really early. And so like it closed up during the like 6 hours that I was sleeping extra. And I was like, well,
I didn't know that could happen.
Yeah, it closes up really quick, especially if it's like a new piercing. It closes up really fast.
That makes sense because it's basically like a wound. You're wounding yourself, essentially.
Yeah.
But I did want to ask, Pop, because we all were worried about you.
Actually?
Yes, we were worried. We were scared. Because, Pop, you literally, we recorded the podcast. I uploaded the podcast. And then I was like, is Pop going to be able to upload this? Because, like, he doesn't have internet, right? And, like, literally after that, I think it was punishment for all the shit he said on that podcast. Everything that he said on that podcast was so thoroughly unhinged that God must have been taking revenge. I think that's what it is.
It was really good. I genuinely think that's my favorite episode we recorded so far. It was so good. It was so good. It was so funny. It was so
Is it the one where it's just you two?
Yeah. Like, think about it. That was the last time that Pop was able to, like,
that was horrible.
He did and said all that, and then God
Paddington taxidermy kink. Please.
Bitch, I got smited.
Kill him.
It's true. Wait, but that proves that God can't see videos that are unlisted because, like, he didn't know.
That's true.
It's true. Yeah, God's a he, Choco.
God is a woman, Bessie. Have you not heard the song?
By
Choco acting like they're in Ariana Grande stand now. Right.
Literally.
Choco, name one singular Ariana Grande song. Don't say Seven Rings or God is a Woman.
Thank You
One,
next.
Two, wrong. That was Mariah Carey.
That's true.
No.
Yes, that was.
It was Choco.
Choco, that literally was.
Was it? Oh my god.
Yes.
I don't know. I've never listened to Ariana
See, Choco, this is how
Song.
you're not an Ariana stan. Because how do you know that Seven Rings and Thank You Next were both sung by Mariah Carey at the same time? She recorded it in the same studio. I was there. Charlotte was too.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Choco, see? And if Gurm wasn't here and if it was just us and I said that, you would have been like, really? Oh my fuck. And you would have started searching it up.
I think your mom should stop paying internet again.
Choco exposing the reason. Choco's in no poverty. Wait, also, Choco's in a new room. Choco, do you want to say why? Because I think it's funny why you're in a new room.
So I was also gone for a while because, first of all, university deadlines, and then my lungs died because I was sleeping in a moldy room, and the mold got into my lungs, and I couldn't breathe for like a week, and I had to get meds.
Choco,
Choco had like
now I'm in a different room.
case of asthma because they were sleeping in a room with black mold, and the black mold got taken care of, but it was still trying to take Choco out. Like
we took care of it, and then it came back again like 2 weeks later, and we didn't like know, and it took me out.
And it was just saying hi. You made a new friend. And you moved?
That mold is not my friend. It tried to kill me, Bob. I legit couldn't breathe. For like, there were so many days I almost stopped breathing.
Choco, just because
but I finished my meds
it was
today,
in the choking
so
and bondage does not mean that you
hopefully I'm better
should
now.
have moved.
I hope so, Choco. Wait, is this a permanent change?
No, this is Mello's room. Mello is my sister. I'll move back once the mold is gone. My parents had a deadline and they couldn't help me with removing it, so
That's fair.
we're probably gonna remove it this weekend, hopefully.
Once the mold subsided.
Yeah, once the mold subsides.
Yeah, then I'll go back.
But today, we didn't really want to come back with anything too specific, so we just decided. I mentioned it last podcast. We decided to go through Pob's Bible list of notes that he has, obviously. So that should be fun. And the first one, which, wait a minute, because me and Choco are well acquainted with Garfield Eats. We know
Yes.
what that is. And
Wait, how does it go? Eat me, love me, don't leave
Don't
me.
leave me. Yeah, that's like their slogan. But if you guys don't know, it's literally like a Canadian guy opened a Garfield themed restaurant with like Garfield themed food.
It's fucking insane.
It's insane. Like, my favorite thing out of it is the Garfuccino. Like, they could have just called it a cappuccino.
Can
but
we
they
go
didn't.
through the menu right now?
Absolutely, we can.
Because, okay, I was thinking this. Oh my fuck. Is this it? Garfield Gyros. This was in
Not the
Chicago.
Garfield Gyros. Oh, no, that's not it. That's just a gyro place called Garfield's, probably.
Oh. But, okay, I think the person who's running the Garfield Eats Twitter account is held hostage. And I like to think that they're held hostage in a room where, you know, like the back rooms?
Yes.
In one of those, in like okay, imagine this. You're a Garfield Eats employee. You got assigned position as a higher up, to go from, say like somebody like who's like really tech savvy. Say you did like the design. You help with the design for Garfield Eats. And they were like, hey, you in specific, you're kind of good. Let me run you with the Garfield Eats Twitter account. And you have to tweet something Garfield Eats related at least 2 to 3 times per day. And you have to be doing it until we have a resurgence. But
I feel like Elon Musk's works there. It's the
exactly,
Twitter
Choco, exactly.
guy.
They place you in a room all by yourself. It's like a really large apartment complex. Not a single person
Do you
lives
get
in
paid
there.
for that?
Yes, Choco.
Maybe I
Not a
sign
single
up.
person lives in there. But you're in there all by yourself. There's no furniture at all. There's one singular chair in a back room, and you have to be tied to it bondage style. And there's a little escalator. No, not
man.
even an escalator. From the roof, somehow, you don't know because you haven't been upstairs, but somehow, every like 3, 4, 6 hours, there's a little part of the roof that comes down with a string with just one singular item from the Garfield Eats like menu.
For lunch.
And that's what you get to eat every 6 hours. And like sometimes for your hydration, for your water, because if you're only eating stuff, then that would be bad. But there's a lasagna smoothie that is mostly water, but there's lasagna in it, and it's blended up in a Ninja blender. You don't know who blends it. You don't know where it comes from. You don't know.
I don't like that.
But it kind of just comes down after it has one of those like really windy straws. So that I like to think that they give you at Garfield Eats with every single drink included as one of those really windy straws, and it's right at your mouth, and that's also coming down with the Garfield Eats menu food. That's what you eat. You're strapped in the chair, no lights at all except for the computer in front of you, and you only have your fingers, and they're taped to the desk. You only have your fingers on your mouse and on the keyboard, and you have to type and create a tweet every 3 to 4 times per day on the Garfield Eats Twitter accounts. And I've been replying, if you've seen, I've been replying to the Garfield Eats Twitter account, and they've been liking my tweets.
Okay.
Take a look at this.
Okay. Are you going to stream?
Yes.
Oh God, I'm scared.
Take
Pub,
a
I feel
look
like
at
you're
it.
the only one that ever replies to them, so maybe you're like the only traffic they have, so they have no
Exactly,
other choice
Chocolate.
than to reply.
I'm trying to save
Let's
him.
see.
The one man that's forced to do this, I'm trying to save him.
Pop.
This is
He has a face video on there. I'm pretty sure it's him.
actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Dude.
looking at it. Go to he's like in a Zoom call with a bunch of people.
Wait. Should Garfield Eats reopen with hashtag Garfield food attack, hashtag AR app on the wall to play while waiting for your order? Hashtag Garfield throws lasagna at you. Tongue out emoji to slash. And after it's a picture of the Garfield Eats menu.
Oh
And for
my
some reason, some of
God.
it's blurred out, like Gmail.
Yeah,
You can
what's
barely see
going
that.
on?
And then on the right, it's really blurred out as well.
Pop,
And
it's
then
not
there's
blurred out. They just got
It's the
grease on the
camera.
camera. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the camera, bestie.
And then it says Garfuccino up here.
Yes. Oh my God.
See, and then there's
Wait.
mobile ordering, because do you see these little iPads?
Oh my
that they
God, you're
have?
right. The kiosk
Clinically
section.
fucking. And from our knowledge, they have 4 sauces, and they have a bunch of different pizzas. I see one with spinach. I see the lasagna. They have spaghetti. They have the G meals. There's the Kitty Kid meals. The Kitty Kid lunch. $8.99.
You just
There's
You
fresh
just reminded me
juices,
of-
there's smoothies, there's cappuccinos. And then I said, OMG, the menu looks so fun and well designed. Sob emoji. This is on February 28th. If we
my
take a closer look, one singular like, that's from the fucking Garfield Eats Twitter account. See, and I've been responding to the Garfield Eats Twitter account very often, and they've been liking my tweets and liking my
when you get a
replies and
follow
everything.
back.
See, Gurm, that's what I want. That's what I want. I want them to. Like, my end goal for life is to get the Garfield Eats Twitter account page to follow me back. Because if you take a look at their followings, 852.
The minions.
Pokemon
yes,
Go.
Yes, and this was recent too, because it's the first one online.
Not the Scooby-Doo eats. Hold on. Go up. We need to watch it. What the hell is...
And we know that Garfield Eats is gay people friendly.
Yes, they support trans rights. Wait a minute.
Yes. This is insane. Disney and Pixar turning red, Netflix Golden, Netflix Family. Like, this is insane. But you see how they don't follow just any random person. I want to be the one random person.
Pop, they do. Look, Miss Patty are there. And then if you go all the way up, it's like the 4th person. It was literally like XXYYZZZ name.
Actually?
Yes. See?
Wait, no, this is not... Oh.
She, they.
But I want to be another, like, random person that the Garfield Eats Twitter account follows. Like, that's my end goal. If I die... No. Oh. If I didn't have internet anymore, and I was starved of internet forever of my entire life, I might kill myself because I couldn't survive living without knowing that I would be able to be followed by the Garfield Eats Twitter account.
When you showed us the menu and then you mentioned the kiddie meal, you reminded me of Enchanting. Enchanting was at McDonald's getting lunch, and apparently they gave him a Happy Meal bag, and he was like, wrong order, bitch. And they said, we're out of bags. This is the only bag you'll get.
See, I would ask for a toy if I was him.
Yeah, he said he didn't.
He said that. He was like, and they didn't even give me a toy.
That's so evil. That is so.
true.
See, if he went to the Garfield Eats restaurant, he wouldn't have.
They
had
would
that
have gotten.
service.
Yeah, they would have
think-
given him a toy.
Speaking of like McDonald's toys, you think they were gonna be like, do you want a non-gender specific toy? Do you want a they/them toy? Do you think that will ever happen, you guys?
See, I hope so. Choco, this could be your impact.
Yeah, it could be.
Choco, this will be your redemption impact.
I gotta be honest, I don't remember if they're gendered here, because I think it's usually like this theme is going on and these are like all the toys, and like, it's not really gendered, it's just characters from the theme or the show or whatever it was.
It's not always gendered. It's sometimes. But I remember when we were kids, even they would be like, "Do you want a boy toy or a girl toy?" It's like, what the fuck?
Girl
I
would
don't
always say
remember
girl
that,
toy.
I'm gonna be
It's
honest.
not true. I would
But
get
maybe I
hate by
just
my family.
never went to McDonald's that early in life.
Wait,
But-
that's so progressive. Them asking if you wanted a girl or a boy toy. You at
true.
age 9, having to make that big decision.
It's
I'd
true.
take the most interesting toy. I wouldn't even care if it's like a girl or boy toy. I'd be like,
Yeah, Chuckle,
give me
but
whatever the fuck is the best, man.
your parents are normal people.
That is true, and they're
So
super
that's an
supportive.
answer. You know?
My mom getting me a frog pin with a they/them pronoun on top. It was so cute. She was like, frogs and your pronouns. I was like,
Oh my
You get
gosh.
me.
We were talking about supportive parents yesterday in voice chat. I think yesterday or the day before. And then somebody said, oh wait, no, I think it was Amor. Amor was like, oh wait, no. This is somebody else. I forget who. But somebody was like, when you're oh wait, this was in talking to Stealth. When Stealth makes an OnlyFans and his mom is like, yes, and like
Yes!
Oh,
takes and edits whole pics for him.
they were also
Choco,
like,
that's what your mom would
honey,
do
why
with
didn't you post the whole pic today yet? You need to get the bag.
Oh, what is? She's gonna be like, ah, thank God I had a twink son. Like,
When Choco starts doing furry porn and their mom's like, oh my fuck, that one's so good. The one you posted today, that one eats.
no.
If I ever did that, I'd do it under a different name. Maybe I already do. Who knows?
You do it under Cockeridu. We already know.
Choco, that sounded like a threat.
Germ, I'm gonna make a NSFW account and I'm gonna call it Cocoritu.
I'm ready. I've been
That-
ready.
Would be fantastic.
Yeah. I
Hands
follow.
You're not
Oh,
allowed to
agree.
follow me, Pop. Sorry, but
My hand is up fully.
Choco, I'll be able to follow you in 3 months.
Yes, Pop is turning 18. For those of you creeps out there waiting for it. I always love going to like Twitter and people be like, they're gonna be 18. I'm and it's like a 43-year-old. Like, it's not weird. They're 18. It's like, yeah, it's not weird. Okay.
Clinically insane.
No, girl, it might be weird.
Oh, so Garfield Eats was one thing, but
Mhm.
we gotta talk about the autism quiz pandemic.
All right.
oh my
Did you
god,
take
wait, we
that?
wanted
Yeah,
we wanted
that was
to
a
do
really
the
long time
poo
ago.
test. We wanted to do the Winnie Pooh test with all the mental illnesses. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, Choco. I think I remember that. The
We-
Winnie Pooh test. I remember you
wait.
mentioning something like that.
I will look for it and then we can do it.
But
Keep talking.
Ben initially started this, and he took the autism quiz test.
Yeah.
And his came back as, yeah, you have it.
You
Oh.
got autism.
And I was like, Ben, this is clinically insane that you're doing this in your free time. Let me do it too. And so I did it, and I got above average. And then I sent it in the Discord, and everybody else did it, and everyone's like, low, medium, above average. It was only me and Edge who got above average. Everybody else got medium. And so Choco got, yes, you do.
I got so it's so funny that you say that because then Stealth and his boyfriend did it, and we all thought that Tom would like show more autistic traits than Stealth, and then it turned out it was Stealth that was the more autistic one than
Actually?
Tom. Yes, and then I ended up below borderline. Tom ended up barely, almost borderline, and Stealth showed up with like some very specific autistic traits. This quiz was 100
just-
questions, by the way, so it was no joke.
Wasn't it like 51?
I don't fucking know, girl. It felt like 100, and I wanted to kill myself.
I just want to add to that, Gurm, that a lot of like anxiety and autism stuff
They overlap.
rides. They overlap, yeah. So it might have just been anxiety stuff, not really autism.
I know I don't have anxiety.
But I'm more every time I
can
say that, I'm always like, no, you got autism. You're definitely autistic.
Yeah, maybe it's the reverse. Maybe autistic traits have anxiety traits, Chaco.
True.
It's true.
I think it's this
discovery.
one. Feel free to do this, and then
I
we can
joined the
share.
Ice Spice Discord server.
Did you?
Yeah.
How's
And
that going?
It was such an interesting experience because I was really bored.
Okay.
And I was extremely bored. Bored to the point of loneliness. And there were people in Bone Zone, but I was like, oh, you know what? I want to branch out. Let me be different today.
Right.
And so I joined the Ice Spice Discord, and I saw that people were in voice chat. I joined, muted immediately. They were like, who joined? And they were like, oh, okay. And then continued the conversation. And I was listening in. It was kind of like I was a spy on like a secret mission. And I was like, I was in the grocery store shopping.
You're like, oh my god, you're not Ice Spice, you're Ice Spy.
Exactly, Choco.
Boo.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna have to mute.
Don't worry, the mole took care of that already, girl.
Almost.
It's like I was like in a grocery store.
Uh-huh.
I was walking by. I was the spy, and I was listening in on conversations. I had like aisle here. I was on this side. My subjects were on the other side, and I had one of those like, you know, as a little kid, how you would like have a plastic cup, cut out the bottom, and attach a string to another one. That's kind of what I had, but it's only one-sided.
You didn't cut the bottom out.
You don't.
You didn't.
Pop,
don't.
no, you just have to make a hole.
How would you attach the string if you cut the bottom off?
I don't know. You would make a knot.
You know, now we know why Pops never worked.
No. Because I saw. No.
How is that using a string?
They
He's
had a
using a
scene.
fucking rope, girl. Like what?
They had a scene.
It doesn't
They had a
work. I don't
scene.
understand, guys. I don't know.
They had a scene in the Promised Neverland where one of them, they couldn't see each other, and so they
Okay.
attached a string to the bottom of a red Solo cup and talked to each other through it.
Yeah, there was a hole. You don't cut the whole bottom off. You just
poke
put
a little
hole.
hole.
And
Okay, obviously don't cut the whole bottom off. That's what I didn't say.
You poke a hole in it because you just need the vibrations from the string.
Yeah, you just cut a hole in it. After
You
tie
said
the
you
hole,
cut the bottom
and then you
off.
tie the string, and then you pull after it's not going through.
Okay, anyway. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're a spy in the
continue.
Ice
Oh
Spice
yeah, I was a
Discord.
spy, and I was listening in. I was in the
Right.
server, and I was like, "Whoa," because it was.
were they spilling a lot of tea?
No, absolutely none, Choco. Absolutely
Boring.
none. You would think there is a lot, but absolutely none.
Were they
there
at
was
least
4 of
talking
them.
about Ice Spice?
Yes, and we'll get to this.
Average Ice
4 of
Spice
them,
fan.
gay boys, twinks even.
Of course. Who else? Who else
On the
would be
verge
there?
of anorexia. I don't know. And there was 2 girls and 4 gay boys. They were all speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about the like what? Let's keep it a buck. That line from Ice Spice. One of
Okay.
them was like, because they were going through one of her songs in the Genius lyrics, and they were going through it and they were dissecting it. After they came through to like what? Let's keep it a buck, and they were like, one of them was like, what does keep it a buck mean? And I've never heard the most like, yeah, conversation in my life in the way that
Okay.
in the way that they were like, one of them asked and the 5 of them were trying to explain like what let's keep it a buck, but is keep it a buck an actual term?
I don't know what that is.
Because I'm
Keep it a
pretty
buck.
sure
Pop,
Because
I'm
number
white and
one-
European. You
'Cause-
make the math.
Death was saying a couple days ago how keep it a buck is an actual term. I was like, okay, nerd. But they were trying to dissect like what let's keep it a buck. And one was like, oh, so what does keep it a buck mean? After the other, someone was like, keep it a buck is just like, you know, like keep it real and like realness and stuff. That was it. And then there was another one that was like what? Like, huh? And then keep it a buck, as in like, oh, like be real, like be serious, be honest, like keep it a buck. After one was like, okay, but why buck? Like buck as in like
Dollar,
buck tooth bitch, or buck as in like
teeth,
a
animal.
Yes, and they were trying to dissect it, and they were trying to like get like really
Understand it,
philosophical with it. One was like buck as in like because like buck and dollar, and they were starting to talk about capitalism. I was like,
okay,
not that deep, but...
I don't know, Pop, because you said that it was a triple entendre because Stitch, give it a Stitch. Like,
okay,
you're sounding a little like these fans to me.
Okay, no, because that was literally
okay.
What's it called? That was her intention. That literally was her intention. Okay, Ice Spice had a lyric on Genius that she was explaining something Stitch, you weren't the little something Stitch. After I was saying how I saw that other people were saying on Twitter how it connects to the like show Lilo and Stitch because something Lilo and Stitch, I don't know, lore related. And Gurm was like, duh, that's not correct and that's not true. And I was like,
I didn't say that. That was a more.
Oh yeah, that was a more.
I read on Twitter the same thing you did because I was like, I needed it explained. I saw good. It, but I didn't say it was good. I just said I saw it. I never claimed it was good.
And then I don't know. They were just explaining. They were trying to explain Keep It a Buck, but like you had to be there to understand like the clinical insanity. Because imagine teenagers, 4 gay teenagers, and 2 girl teenagers having a conversation about an Ice Spice lyric going through an entire Chuck.
I saw it. I knew Chuck was disassociating.
Going through that entire song. Okay, let's switch topics.
No, sorry. I just don't care for her and just much talk about her.
It's so much more funnier in my mind.
Yes, Chaco, no, you need
I know.
That's why I'm really trying.
Chaco. Continue.
Chaco, you need to understand. Imagine if I took a Taylor Swift lyric and I asked you guys, like, we need to look at this closely. It's not. It's like Chaco.
We have to open a case study for this right fucking now.
It's not specifically about Ice Spice or Taylor. It's just think about how
the irony of the context.
Would be. Yes.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know. I think, Pub, that you could be a true Ice Spice fan in this Discord. Like, you have
That's what I was saying.
Is this Discord like made by Ice Spice or is it just fans of Ice Spice?
It's fans, but Ice Spice is in it, and there's some rappers.
Ice Spice is in it?
Yes.
Is she like the leader?
Yes. Quite literally. She doesn't really interact with it all that often, but. She's like, she types out, love you guys, just randomly with a heart emoji, and everyone's like,
it's a bot. It's not even her. You can program M6 to do that.
I was like, imagine it's not her, and someone literally just like created Ice Spice as a Discord account. Was like, yo.
I mean, let's be honest. Do you think she has time to sit and be in Discord?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. She sits on her ass and tweets a lot, but I don't know.
Maybe she runs Garfield.
Oh my god, yes. It's Ice Spice.
Ice Spice.
Ice
Part-time job.
Wait. Oh, that's insane. My keyboard, I still haven't cleaned it ever since. Okay. So I had
ever since the one guy you had a crush on?
Yes, we talked about this in the Valentine's episode. I was looking at my keyboard the other day when I got my internet back. And I was loading up my computer for the first time in 2 weeks. I was looking.
And reality struck.
Yes, because I was like, I haven't sat down here in 2 weeks. And I was thinking about that to myself. I was like, that's fucking insane.
Where do you do your homework then?
On my bed or downstairs. I have to not be in my room to do homework sometimes.
Okay.
But I also really don't get that much homework. But I sat down here and I was looking around and I was like looking at the dust that was collecting on top of here. I was looking at the dust around, and then I looked inside my keyboard. I was like, this hasn't been cleaned in 2, maybe 3 years. Clinically insane. And if I tip it a little, you'll see snowfall.
I can hear it. It's like a maraca.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just want to say that Pop sent a picture of something, and unrelated, somebody pointed out how disgusting his keyboard was. It was enchanting. He was like, girl, did a cat die on there? Also, throwback to when, like 2 years ago, I want to say, Pop cleaned his computer for the first time after owning it for 2 years, and he pulled a cat out of that thing. I'm gonna go through his Twitter and find those pictures, because it was insane how much dust was in there.
Yeah, it was rancid. It was rancid.
When I moved into Mello's room, I cleaned my PC for the first time since I bought it.
No.
Oh my god. The amount of Q-tips I went through. Jesus Christ.
For your
Bro,
nose?
the way that one of Charlotte's lives was in my computer. Like...
It's true. Oh my god.
She's never getting that one back. Poor thing.
It was awful. Oh. This is a classic. Choco, Germ,
Yes.
this is a classic.
Of course.
Everyone, even if you don't know this video,
Okay.
everyone knew where they were when the video of the girls sitting around a table in a park singing
Blackpink. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody knew what happened. Everybody knew that day. Everybody could recall that day so specifically to the point. Every single move and every single inch that they stepped, every limb that was built that day.
Pop, do you remember the fight Digi got in over that video on Twitter?
No.
Or like the picture? Somebody said something and Digi like reacted to it with the Blackpink girl
Video?
singing. Like, it was a picture, I think. And then all the stands like came in and started attacking her, and
I don't think I remember that. When was
Choco,
and then being like really homophobic to her, and she was like,
Choco.
"Okay."
That was when they were doing. That was when Spaces first opened up, and they were doing a Blackpink talent show.
Yes, oh my god, that's what it was.
Because I remember, because that was the first time Digi was the one who sent me that video, and then she tweeted when I joined the Blackpink talent space, and this is what it was. And and people were like pissed. It was so fucking funny.
Did you kind of ate the girlies up with that one? I gotta be honest.
Somebody recorded like people talking. And they were like, guys, please remember that this is like, anybody can do this. Don't make fun of anybody. And listen, I'm all for putting yourself out there. I'm all for putting on a show. But if you're gonna do that shit in public, people are gonna make fun of you. It's just something
Definitely.
you have to get ready for.
Oh my gosh.
That was iconic.
That was
Twitter
iconic.
Spaces first released, it was so funny because there was just a bunch of like screen recordings of people's different spaces.
Yeah.
And there were so many spaces where it was just gay men having sex. And the moaning. Yes.
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised.
The moaning and also the dirty talking.
Where was I when this was happening? Why wasn't I invited?
No, like Choco's like not shocked at all, and I'm in shock. What's happening?
There was lots of moaning and lots of dirty talking, but the dirty talking was so funny to hear in the context of you're doing it in a Twitter space dedicated for gay men to come in and listen, and then also you're watching it through a screen recording from someone who's really funny on Twitter, and you're hearing that. That is so embarrassing.
All I have in my mind is going into such space, and all you hear is
Yes, Choco!
I don't know, Anthony.
I didn't hear what Choco said.
Come on, so just imagine going into such a space when it first came out, and all you hear is I don't know.
Okay, Choco. You went to a British dirty talking
Full service,
space.
just like Susan.
Okay. Choco, just make a space where you just read that 24/7.
Shut up.
I don't think people use Twitter spaces anymore, right? It's not.
Oh no, people still do.
I don't know. I think it still exists, but
Well, yeah, they're there,
don't
but
know.
People still do sometimes, but I don't really see Twitter Spaces that often. It's usually like normal people using Twitter Spaces.
Because when they first
some
came,
furry artists I follow use it
for
constantly.
what? To moan?
No,
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't go in.
I don't know if
It's always
they're the
during
same
school.
anymore. But when they first came out, not everybody had them, so you could only join off of your friends that had it, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's how like everybody got into the Blackpink talent show. I don't know if it was Blackpink. I think it might have been just K-pop talent show specifically. But either way, I remember everyone. Then you guys started joining into those. But that was around the time where I was already like, I'm too old to do this, you guys. I can't laugh at kids on the internet.
That was so fun.
I remember when all our oomphs went wild, they were like, when is it going to happen to us? And then I think Max got it, and everybody was like, hyenas just on Max immediately. It was
so
kind of scary, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. I remember getting it like months late after like everyone was over Twitter Spaces.
Yeah, I never use it. I don't really care about it.
The widespread impact Belle Delphine had on e-girls and OnlyFans girls was insane, especially with her comeback. The ground shook. People died, an earthquake in Japan happened. It was insane.
I have a question about that. Did Belle... So, obviously good for her, getting money and all that. And I don't want to like drag her down or anything, but it's pretty much public knowledge at this point. I think it was before she was 18 or before it was known that she was 18. She was selling other girls' pictures, right? And claiming it was her.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I don't remember. I don't
know.
Did
she do that before or after she joined OnlyFans?
I think that was before.
Yeah, I would say
because
okay.
When she joined, it was a big deal.
Yeah. So it was insane.
The only reason I know about Belle Delphine is because of straight guys.
Bathwater?
No, it's because of straight guys that say, I don't like Belle Delphine. She's such a slut. And then it's like, I remember this one guy, I'm not going to say who, but basically he was like, oh, I hate Belle Delphine so much. She's like such an e-girl. The only reason she has an audience, right? You know, typical straight man hates it because he can't get the attention. Anyway. Yeah. Then he was like, oh, watch this video of her doing a room tour. I'm like, pause. What do you mean watch this video? Yeah. He's like, yeah, because look at it. It's crazy. Like, look at her room. I'm like, why have you seen this? Why
You're in denial.
Yeah, like literally just say you're consuming her media and call it a day. It's less embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like
clinically insane.
You're sitting here making her famous and then complaining about her being famous. Like, make up your mind. I don't get it, girl.
There's an ASMR. There's an ASMR artist that does ASMR on YouTube, but then she does porn on Reddit. Yeah. And her ASMR is really, really good. And this is just like a personal preference, but I really love her backgrounds because I guess she lives in a mansion and every single episode video, it's a different background, but they're always so aesthetically pleasing. And the whole YouTube comments are just filled with, oh, I like her after show more, or like, oh, I like her other videos more, like hinting onto the Reddit porn. Like, I'm like, okay, we get it. She does porn. Can you just move on now? Like,
you know what's
and it's always these people that are like hating on that stuff, kind of.
If you guys don't know, I work for Nano. If you don't know who Nano is, she's a YouTuber, femboy, trans girl YouTuber. It's very confusing, but yeah, whatever. But one of the people that she works for, I don't know if you guys know them, they're called Finster.
I know.
Okay, yeah, he identifies as a male. He just dresses, he does cross-dressing, but he does Minecraft, like in boy mode, they call it, right? Which is just like his normal, not a persona. And apparently people don't bring the Minecraft, because obviously he does the femboy stuff, but they don't bring it into the Minecraft thing, because I guess guys get so uncomfortable that it just doesn't cross that space. So it's almost like the reverse for guys, right? It's almost like, we don't want to know that you're doing this stuff. We just care about this right here. But then when it's like women, for some reason, men feel the need to bring it in to like anything else that they're doing. It's so strange.
Clinically insane.
It's a very strange.
All the YouTube comments on that girl's ASMR videos, where you can like see on the profile picture that it's, or like you can assume that it's like a dude. All of them are about the whole Reddit porn thing. But all the girl comments I've seen, they were like, oh, I love your outfit. Or, oh, this is really nice. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't want to generalize, but if the evidence is right there, you're like, oh God.
But Delphine is such a like, what do you call it? Like inflammatory subject? Because there are people who think she promotes like pedophilia because of like the way she acts and dresses. But yeah, I'm with Chaco. Like, good for her. As long as she can make a bag, girl. That's
as long as I don't know. As long as she does her like because she like sold other people's pictures before.
That's weird. I didn't
like
know
as long
that.
as it's like her own body, she can, and she's already 18. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. She isn't really harming anyone.
24.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but she's been like, the only reason she didn't do OnlyFans before was because she didn't have to. Guys would give her money for like whatever.
Yeah.
From what I saw. I don't know, but yeah, she did a lot for e-girls everywhere. Good for her.
Yeah. Dude, generally, people are so weird. Why would they drink her bathwater? Of course they got infections afterwards.
No.
I say this all the time. If I was a rich person, I would spend my money on so much random stuff.
That's
For
true.
example, like I would go on Etsy and just purchase anything that I
Yes.
see. I would, if I was a rich person, and if I didn't even want to drink her bathwater or was sexually interested in Belle Delphine in any way, shape, or form, I would buy her bathwater in bulk. Just because I can.
Just buy her bath.
This is
after
the
she's
difference
done.
between us. This is the difference between us, Pop. You do stuff for the meme, which I respect, but I just couldn't do that. I'd like literally put, oh, let's save the environment and like actually calculate and
Okay, Choco, you
stocks,
can
and you're
do
like,
that?
let's
You're
buy
doing it
Belle
wrong,
Delphine's
Choco.
bathwater.
Choco, you can do that as well, but you can also
I know,
just purchase
but-
random shit. Because
no.
say you're Elon Musk rich, you could save the planet, and you can also get a giggle.
Yeah, but I feel guilty every time I spend money, so I don't think I'd be able
boo,
to do
Choco.
that. I know.
Do well.
Listen,
man.
if I got really rich, I would just give people money all the time. But like,
Oh my
they
god,
wouldn't-
can you pay my university?
literally, check. I'd pay your university.
Please.
If I ever won the lottery, it's like it's over for my friends. Like they're gonna get whatever they want. Girl, like they're like, oh, spend it, save it. Yeah, I'm gonna save some, obviously, but I feel like we should look out for each other. And if you get
Yeah.
rich,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like a responsibility.
Dude, if I got rich, I'd pay your lunch, like for the next foreseeable future.
Singular.
girl.
Choco's like,
I
I'll
pay your lunch for one day.
lunch.
No, like I'd pay your lunch for the
come
foreseeable
crawling
future,
back?
bestie. You know what I mean? Sorry, it came out wrong, but like, I would feed you basically.
We gotta bring back giving out candy with sharp objects in them on
Oh,
Halloween.
no.
No, oh god, I saw an episode. I think it was Supernatural. I saw an episode where people put razor blades in candy, and
Yes.
this guy like bit in, cut up his whole mouth, and then bled
That-
to death. It
wait.
was horrible.
I don't want to shit on you guys, but that never actually happened.
It didn't.
It was
I don't care if it happened or not.
See,
Um,
girl, that's why we gotta bring it back full real time this time, so it could be widespread
Okay.
news. Kids can be dying each time they chew into candy, and parents would
Hey,
be
you wouldn't-
running
You wouldn't
shitless.
die. But you know what did happen? That story inspired? A dad tried to poison his son by putting arsenic in his pixie stick. That's
Whoa.
that's where that comes from.
Oh,
I
that's
don't remember why he wanted to kill his kid. It didn't work, by the way. And
Oh.
obviously they figured out that, he was the guy who did it. But
Hmm.
Pop, do you know about the Tylenol murders that happened here in Illinois?
oh my
Yes,
god, yes!
what
I
you
had to do a
reminded me of.
presentation on that in
Oh my
ninth
God,
grade.
wait.
Listen, it's horrible that it happened, but because of that, we got the sealed
Safety
thingies now.
seals,
Yeah.
But see,
So-
Pop, somebody took inspiration and they were doing it to adults. Like, it's almost the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And we
kinda-
gotta bring that back.
That person was never caught. That guy's out there somewhere, just running around.
Wait, what years? What years was
Pretty
this?
sure that was
2014.
in the 80s.
Wait.
Yeah, so
it-
it wasn't even that.
Why was I
Like
saying
that guy could
2014?
still literally be alive. You're right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, 1982.
It was fantastic. Oh,
That's fantastic. Pop, people died.
And we
Do
got
you
humanity.
know? Oh my god, so many people. It was. Oh man, when I first read about this, I was shocked. Like, not necessarily couldn't believe that it happened, but you always like. I would understand if it was like a manufacturing problem and
Yeah.
it just accidental, but then no, somebody literally came out
Okay,
and
but
did this.
like, I don't want
Out
to
of
say
fun.
anything about this is funny, right? Because it was horrible.
No,
But I think
Yeah.
when like one entire family, like 3 people got taken out, I was like, damn,
Yeah,
girl,
the
how
siblings.
unlucky. Like, one person went to the hospital and then they had to come back and they were like, I need a Tylenol. Where's decision? And it's just like, I don't want to laugh, but it's like, like it's almost like that's the only way I can see it happen if it was like a comedy
See,
routine.
I like to imagine that a family bloodline ended because
Literally.
say the dad took Tylenol. Oh no. He goes to the hospital, dead. Boom. The mom takes the Tylenol as
This
well.
happened,
dead.
Tom.
Boom. Straight child, took a Tylenol, dead. Boom.
I love
It's
how
a
you
nuclear
specified
family,
straight
and so you're
child.
left with a
Yeah.
gay son.
Okay, son.
And
It's over.
It's over.
What's the gay
The
son? He's a
family bloodline
bottom.
ends.
Yeah.
Pardon?
He's a bottom. That's why it ends.
Yeah,
People
and
are
that
like,
makes
they
it
can-
even worse.
Yeah, people are like,
you might
no,
have
he
to
can
go to
just
the
have
abortion
kids.
clinic.
It's true. He's not gonna get boy preggers, not at this age.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm thinking.
How did we come to this topic?
Pop poisoning candy, kids apples,
Ah,
razor
yeah,
blade.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So you know how there's the ice cream cum bar debate?
Oh, yeah.
What?
I want KFC for 1 day a year to, instead of doing actual chicken, it would be cannibalism. But where they would get it, where they would get it is you see this part of the thumb. And this, you would hold it like this. And
You know, if that was the case, I hope it's on the 29th of February.
The way Pop would be the one serving the human cannibal burger, patiently
Yes.
waiting for the person to bite into it, and then run up
Yes.
to them. You're just a human. Woo!
You ate my grandmother!
Where would you get the human meat? Would you just cut your employees'
Choco,
fingers?
I am so glad that you asked because I've thought about this.
You thought about this? This is concerning.
So, all KFC locations, they would have to prep this for at least
no.
a few upcoming years. Look at Charlotte.
Yeah, she's serving.
They
Oh,
would have to
she's-
prep
She's
this.
serving the human meat in KFC.
They would have to prep this for the next few upcoming years. So this is going to be like a
cute.
15-year plan. And then at the 15th year,
50?
yes, this is a 15-year plan because they have
Oh,
to
15.
What I like to think, because Choco, you're asking the question,
Where's
the
it coming
age-old
from?
question.
Yeah.
Where would they supply the meat from? Where would they supply
Yeah.
the cannibalism from?
Karens,
I like to think-
rude customers.
No.
You want to
Choco.
talk to the manager? Come to the back.
No, Choco,
Then
it's
kill
getting
them.
even better. We don't have to kill people because they'll die on their own. We put a funeral home, at least one, in a 5-meter radius every single KFC that's
Oh.
opened on planet Earth.
This
And
is...
at the funeral home, each dead person that's dead, they get taken to the back. Oh, they're gonna
Each
get
dead
cremated.
person
They're gonna
that is
get
dead.
prepared. They're gonna get embalmed. I don't know what that means, but every
preserving the
single
body.
time, it's 2 free chicken wings. Pow, pow.
Bob,
They
you
put it
say
in the
that, but this
freezer?
is literally the plot of the first episode of Bob's Burger. It's literally the plot of the first episode.
Wait.
It's like
Pop, I thought you said it was happening one time.
year.
Now you're saying
no,
this is
no,
gonna
no,
be
no.
standard franchise procedure?
Yes, no. See, because you know how like if you put cannibalism meat or human meat into the freezer, it stays frozen and it doesn't really have that
Oh
big
yeah,
of a smell.
meat is just meat.
They would get a
Yeah.
big ass freezer and they would stock it up. So every single year, at least 1 day a year, and it has to be a random day, every year, after they get a stockpile of it,
Okay.
they would start selling it out. And they would deep fry it like normal. They would season it like normal.
What?
They would
I
bread it
don't
like
know. I
normal.
feel like it should
and
be
they would give it out to
fresh.
people. No, but Choco, it would taste fantastic. Because KFC, they probably already get their meat frozen as well. They don't slaughter the cows in the back and just serve it immediately.
So KFC is chicken. First
Mm-hmm.
of all, you said it
Kentucky Fried Cows.
No, they would get the chickens.
Okay.
And that's what they would serve it. But that's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm saying with this, because this is already a drumstick, you have your food. Tonight we feast.
This is the second time, and this is the second time that Pop specifically brings out how delicious he thinks this part of your hand is. He thinks he brought this on last podcast. Okay, because guys, it's been so long that he's been disconnected. He didn't get to watch the last podcast back, and I don't blame him. So he forgot like half the shit he talked about. He talked about this, and he even did the little visual. He showed you which part of his hand. Pop, at this point, I was just reading about how funeral homes prefer embalmers to be women because men do so
Yes!
much weird shit to dead bodies. And Pop
Yes,
is
it
one of
sounded
those
good.
men. Pop is one of those men.
1,000%. 1,000%.
They're literally being like a requirement of only women are allowed to apply because men keep fucking the corpses.
But-
You're like,
Yep.
How do
okay.
you get like? I used to want to do that, and now I'm wondering, like, would I ever have had the urge to want to fuck a dead body? Like, I want to say no.
I feel
right?
like,
because I'm
yeah, but you're a
than that.
bottom. I feel like if anything, you would straddle the corpse and pull down on it.
Oh. Choco, rigor mortis only lasts 1 to 2 hours, and the body's already gonna be done when it
Oh,
gets
you gotta
to
work
me.
fast. New corpse coming in. Bob, can you leave for a second? I'll be out in a sec.
I'm sickened right now, you guys. This is horrible.
Clinically insane.
You guys were the ones who were talking about heading to taxidermy kink last
That
time.
was
remember.
I was trying. Okay, Choco, since you're here, loud and proud, you come up with an argument against it. Because I couldn't say
Disgusting.
Oh, that doesn't stop it.
How did
man.
it send taxidermy?
Also,
necrophilia is disgusting, and people are still fucking dead bodies. What's your argument
Okay.
against why it's
true.
editing
acceptable?
ain't no real person.
Choco.
There you go, scientific.
Choco, he met
Choco,
the queen.
not saying Dora's not a real person.
Yeah,
The queen.
He met the queen.
It's true.
Petting?
Yes.
He probably had sex with the queen too.
Yeah, literally. I mean, she's basically taxed.
Before or after she died?
Choco, I mean, who cares? It doesn't matter to Paddington.
For Paddington, a hole is a hole. Paddington was really top. Okay,
Oh, definitely.
let's continue. So,
Yeah, let's move on.
So many.
What's next on your list?
this is a fantastic story. I remember
Oh, God.
when I had a pet goldfish. This was before Charlotte. Charlotte's been alive for 10 years, but
Yeah, surely.
and I've been alive for 17. So this makes me 6 or 7 years old. I remember I got a pet goldfish. I was like, whoa, pet goldfish, that's so cool. We got it a day. We got it for a day, and then it survived for a week. And I was like, okay. And I was feeding it, like, you know those little, like, flakes for goldfish?
Yeah.
I was like, this kind of looks like cereal that I eat.
Oh,
and so I
no.
took a bite. I was like, this is kind of good.
No.
But then I was thinking, I was like, what would it be even better? Because I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, can we get another goldfish? And she was like, no. What the fuck?
Yeah, you killed one.
I was really sad for at least a day. And then I had a grand idea. And I went digging in my cabinet. And I found 4-year-old expired goldfish crackers. You know the little, like, goldfishes? And they're yellow and they look like
Yeah, the
goldfish?
cracker. The snack that smells back.
Exactly.
Brooke with the gigantic tits, but you can't see them because she's a goldfish.
I remember.
Continue. Don't worry, I'll put it up on the screen.
I wanted my I wanted my goldfish to have more friends. And so I poured the entire box into it. And
No.
it died the next
Oh.
day.
Oh. Pop, I'm pretty sure it died instantly.
It died the next day. And the way that I kind of got suffocated and as I was pouring it in, and I didn't even realize that it was crushing it down.
It doesn't, because you know that they put like baking powder or baking soda into like water when you want to euthanize a fish.
Mm.
It was dead. It was dead the instant that the first goldfish touched the fucking water. Okay. It's funny that you say that though, because we used to also have a fish, but it was 4 of us, like me, my brothers, and sister. And you know how we killed ours? By literally each of us feeding it, thinking none of the others were feeding it. And it just ate too much.
Oh.
You guys overfed it?
We
Oh
overfed
my
the thing.
God.
I feel like that's going to happen with Charlotte soon. Because sometimes I don't know when my mom feeds her. Because we usually feed her once in the morning and once in the afternoon. And sometimes I feed her because I'm like, oh, like her bowl is empty. One day she's going to get so fat to the point that she's trying to walk and one of her legs snap.
I don't think that will happen because she runs for her life away from you when you get near her, so she gets enough
Getting a
exercise.
workout. What is she doing currently?
Licking her ass.
Surprisingly not her ass, her leg. But she was licking her hole before.
Good for her.
Oh. Playing Fortnite and calling yourself a gamer is the equivalent to playing Uno in the card game world.
I can kind of agree with that.
Yeah. Because, okay, Fortnite, worldwide, when it first was released, everyone was playing Fortnite.
That's
Even
not true.
people... Rebuttal.
I remember because I used to watch a lot of Clash of Clans content creators.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this guy who I used to watch, and he would play Clash, but then he switched over to Fortnite. His audience hated him. Every time he would play Fortnite, he'd lose like 1K viewers. Imagine. And this wasn't like Fortnite was in beta, like early access, and everyone hated it. So it's not true.
Huh. Well, okay. A lot of people played Fortnite. Like, a lot of people played Fortnite. Fortnite, I feel like it was like a mass thing. Like, everybody played Fortnite. And even if you didn't really like Fortnite all that much, you probably played a little bit of Fortnite at least once in your life. And so I feel like Fortnite is kind of like the base game that, like, new people who haven't played games ever in their life before have heard of Fortnite and have heard of Minecraft. You could replace Fortnite with Minecraft in this context.
I feel like this is a hot take by Jen, if y'all remember her.
Pop wasn't here for Jen. Pop, you remember that episode where we did hot takes and they were kind of more lukewarm? Because Jen was a white woman.
This is a kind of Jen hot take.
It's Jen Core.
Yeah, it's Jen Core hot take.
I love that Choco remembers Jen's name. Like, this article really had an impact on Choco's life.
That's true.
But I don't agree because they have build mode, and I feel like build mode's sweaty.
Yeah, okay, build mode is sweaty, but like just Fortnite, just in general, that game, just in general.
What are you saying about Ben right now? What other game does Ben play besides? And he calls himself a gamer.
Ben plays Guilty Gear. He plays Ultra Kill. He plays.
No, fighting games don't count. If you play fighting games, you're just lonely. I don't know how to break it to you.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Shit, Ben.
I'm so sorry, Ben. I didn't do a heart emoji, Ben. I just said sorry.
It's back, Germ. The mold is killing me.
It's over.
Finally. Who said that?
Bob, your internet is gonna go out, and I will laugh at you.
Bob looked scared when you said that.
Choco, the black mold will kill you before my internet goes out. So. Why can't we all huddle up and do a group hug in the bus shelter if we're all cold? That's what I was thinking the other day. I was writing that down. Freezing tips of fingers. I could barely even type.
Where?
Just
anyway.
Choco, you're asking where as if like there was an Amber Alert that just happened.
I didn't hear the second part of the sentence, so please repeat that one.
I said, why can't we all huddle up and do a group hug in the bus shelter if we're all cold?
Like
okay.
You know how penguins
because
get
Corona,
like a little huddle?
And also you're disgusting because you don't shower.
You know what, Choco?
The power.
Choco, you're disgusting because you have black mold growing in your room.
At least I flush my toilet.
Issues. Oh, right.
The Pop not showering allegations have persisted long.
It's gone through centuries. It's transcended through lives.
And you've never denied them, so please go shower.
They are true. But yeah, I was thinking about this the other day because I was at a bus stop and I was waiting and it was extremely cold outside. Like it was really, really, really windy. And I was wearing like a few layers and I was like, okay, I'm good. But it's extremely cold. It's late at night and there's a lot of people in the bus shelter just like standing there because it was so cold. And I was thinking,
and you want to normalize hugging them?
Yes. I was like,
were those strangers or people you knew?
Strangers. Choco.
Then I don't want to get touched by any of them.
Choco, no. But
don't
there should be like,
that.
you know, like group therapy, there should be group hugging in the bus shelters. And it should be like mandated, so every single time that it's freezing outside, like -20 minimum, everybody has to start hugging. Like everybody has to have like a group hug for at least 5 minutes, and it cycles around. I just think we should invent that.
I don't visit the public toilet that often, but when I do, the people I meet there do not wash their hands. There's no fucking way I'm hugging a stranger in the streets. No.
Are you watching? Are you watching them that they don't wash?
I'm washing my hands and I see them walk by behind me from the toilet stall out the door. And I'm like,
are these men?
No, women.
Okay, I gotta say, men when they go pee, they don't wash their hands.
Oh yeah.
And I don't. Yeah, it's like a weird for not because I do. Like, yeah, I guess it's my wiener, but still, like, I don't want to.
Out of all the genders, it should be men that should wash their hands because they touch their dick when they pee. I don't know how it works. Women don't really necessarily have to get anywhere near that. So
they wipe. You still wipe.
No, not every
But you're not
woman.
coming in contact. You're not like fingering
They
your
should
vagina.
though.
We don't know that. What if they get a little too excited in there? Are they fingering their vagina? Like, we don't
Putting in the tampon, you're feeling it in. You're like,
Pop, I don't know if you were here yesterday or the day before in voice chat, but Amor was like, I went to the toilet, and when I like got up, I stepped into pee, or like I stepped into a puddle, and we were all like, "Did you pee like on the floor?" No, apparently his brother used to shower, but I was kind of disappointed. I kind of wanted him to step in his own pee.
That's awful.
I remember one time, and this is like a horror story. I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. It's too disgusting, even for me.
Is it Tom sitting on his shit, feeling it's kind of disgusting,
it's
or
What?
It's cum related.
Tom,
But it wasn't.
Tom
but it
shit
wasn't
his
my
pants,
cum.
and instead of getting up and cleaning it, he just sat there and
I love
mushed it
Chaco
around.
just putting people's business out there. So obviously you guys might not know, but Tom is Stealth's boyfriend. Stealth is the other person that's kind of sometimes on the podcast. And I'm not. Well, Chaco just exposed him. Like, what am I
You
supposed
can
to not?
blur.
Even
you
I
can
didn't
blur
know
over me.
about that.
Well, either way, yeah, he shit himself and then he described it to us in the voice channel. And it was quite the experience.
Gurm, before you put this out, please ask him if he wants this on the podcast. If not, please blurb it.
Please keep it in.
Speaking of blurping,
Ask Tom.
the podcast
Ask
that me
Tom.
and Pop did was originally 2 hours long.
I know, I saw at
Like
the end.
20
You guys were like,
minutes.
"Should we stop?" Oh shit, it's over 2 hours. Yeah, we should stop.
Yeah, we should stop.
What
was-
time is it for us? It's
it
1
was
hour for
late.
us.
We still have time.
I have so many
Oh.
more notes.
Yeah, we're ready.
Jesus.
Now that
This
the
is-
tide
this is
subsided,
refreshing.
why did they sexify Mr. Beast in Fortnite?
Pop, I saw you tweeted this, and I don't.
I would fuck Mr. Beast in Fortnite.
Nah.
Mr. Beast Fortnite looks like he has more life than real Mr. Beast.
Yes, did you see the picture?
That
the
one
only-
tweet.
That's the only reason you think he's sexy. Because it's that one tweet where it's like, I don't know much about Mr. Beast, but I like his commitment to never looking like he's alive in any of the pictures he's taken. It's just like a blank stare every single time.
And he was on like a carpet or something. Like he was out in public.
Yeah.
Fearful.
What do you... I don't know. Mr. Beast is weird. Like, good for him for doing all that stuff, but sexified, come on now.
He is sexified in Fortnite. I don't know why. They made him sexy. They gave him a jawline that he doesn't have.
I think Ben pretending to not know what yaoi hands is after I know he looks at robot porn, that was interesting.
Yep.
I know that. Ben, if you're listening, we all know that you know what that is. You're just trying to beat the robot porn allegations that Pod posted in the Discord.
The robot fucker allegations.
Yes, that was such a shock to me because I thought Ben was like a normal person. I don't know. I don't know. I thought Ben was like more normcore. Thank you, Chaco, for your input.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
I've asked this multiple times to my coworkers, to my friends. Some of them are like, "Oh, that's a weird question. I don't really care." And then some of them have debated me on this. And
Okay.
I think
and
you
about
mentioned this.
Okay. Wait, did I? Wait, did I? No, I didn't.
Say it. Maybe you've said it last time.
Okay.
Chaco's like, I think you
So-
said this before. Doesn't know anything about what you're about to say. Can't even guess.
No,
Wait,
no,
wait,
because
Chaco, take-
what
take
you
a
just
guess, take a
said,
guess.
I had a deja vu. I think you said it before.
Okay, so my friends had a bet,
Okay.
and this was a bet to steal something. This is a TLDR of the bet. A
Okay.
bet to steal something, and at the end of the school day, whoever successfully has that thing in their hand, the other person has to bleach their eyebrows pink, bright, vibrant pink. And so, for this, I was given the job to distract a teacher, so my two friends can sneak into the classroom to steal that specific thing.
Okay.
I had to walk up to this teacher, who I know pretty well, and I had to distract her in some way, shape, or form. And I had to think of something immediately on the top of my head. And it had to be a question that would distract her for at least 5 to 10 minutes. And so I was like, oh, I have to create something that would be debatable, that she would debate me. Because she's kind of like a sciencey teacher. And so she thinks of things like really
You can say
philosophical.
nerd.
Huh?
You can say nerd. She's an adult.
She thinks of things very practical, philosophical, and literal. And so I had to ask her a question that like would like break that sort of. And so I asked her, is a knee slapping joke indirect assault?
Okay, the way I would have walked away from your ass.
This distracted her for a full 20 minutes.
You're sick.
I had to talk to her for 5.
What did she say? What could she have possibly have said about this?
So I asked her the question. I was like, hey, this is a weird question. Because this was kind of like after school hours, and so she was like, why the fuck are you in my room? But I had to ask her a question. I was like, do you think a knee-slapping joke is secondhand assault? And she didn't get it at first. But I had to explain to her in the context of, if I made a really funny joke, say we were having a conversation, I made a really funny joke, you laughed out loud, and you were laughing so hard that you kind of like lost control of your body. Maybe you didn't literally like slap your knee like slap your knee like that. But you maybe like hit the wall and like, ow, your arm is now like bruised or it hurts or something. Do you think that's indirect assault? Because it's not first assault because I didn't hit you, but it's indirect second assault because I was the reasoning for you hitting yourself. And she was debating me on this because I was saying yes, but she was saying no because it's not actual assault because secondhand assault isn't an actual thing. I was saying, okay, teacher, but you have to think of it
secondhand murder is a thing, or second-degree murder, so...
You have to think of it in a hypothetical, and you have to think of it not in a literal sense in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, but in that case, anything can be true.
It's true. See? And that's the debate. And that's what I was trying to debate her on. And she was like, no, because if you make a really funny joke and I hit myself, that's on me for hitting myself and not on you for making the joke. But I was saying how I made the joke, which catapulted you into hitting yourself. Yeah, it's a series of events.
It's like when they go after the bartender when someone gets too drunk and they kill somebody because they overserved.
Yeah, exactly. So, secondhand assault. Do you agree, yes or no?
I mean, I disagree completely.
Why?
Because you'd never tell a joke that would cause someone to laugh that hard.
Yes, you would. Not Choco. Gurm, there's been multiple times where, like, I'm with my friends. This all depends on the people that you're with as well and, like, how they laugh. But, for example, like, last podcast, we were laughing so hard that you even texted or even messaged and you were like, you even messaged and you were like, Pop, you hit your desk so fucking much this episode.
It's true.
That's what I'm saying.
Pop was beating the shit out of his desk.
Exactly. And
Turco,
I make jokes with my friends all the time, and my friends make jokes all the time as well that make us like whale laugh. And so we move often and we like hit each other and we're like laughing in a very like physical context.
Yeah.
And sometimes we hit ourselves and hurt ourselves by accident. And so technically, whoever made the joke, that's secondhand assault.
No.
So Gurm, do you still disagree? Because yes, there is in context, but it's very rare where you make a joke so hard that somebody else hits themselves or you hit yourself.
That's still not assault. That's your reaction. That's your fault, man.
No, but Choco.
Listen, if I make a joke and you laugh so much you hit your head on the table, that's on you.
Also not possible.
Why did you put your table that way, huh? Why is that my fault? I didn't tell you to put the table there.
Choco, but that's adding a bunch of different factors to it.
But you're adding factors to it by saying, like, when do we stop adding factors quickly? Actually, you know what? Let's blame our parents for making us funny.
Exactly.
Then they go to jail.
Exactly.
Oh my God,
people that would be like...
This is how you put bullies away, because if you were bullied, you have to be funny so you don't get bullied again. Okay, wait. Can we talk about how kids who are bullied are just people who can't, like, take the like bullying and turn it into a character trait? Like, be funny. Stop yourself from getting bullied. If people like you, you won't get bullied.
Thank you, Gurm.
But yeah, I'm sorry if you're bad at like being hilarious, then this is your own fault. Like, I'm so sorry. You're gonna keep getting bullied. Clap if you agree.
Choco, were you bullied?
Yeah.
The dots are connecting.
Were you funny, Choco?
I would like to believe I am, but no.
No. I would like to believe is not yes or no.
I found myself hilarious. Other
Okay,
people didn't get the
Choco.
memo.
Choco, the voices in your head and your alters found it very funny.
No, I wasn't funny, but I was good in art, so people would like stop
Nerd.
bullying
Nerd.
and be like, "Oh,
Nerd.
do you,
Boo.
can you
Boo.
draw me? Can you draw me?" I'm like, if you stop
Yes.
bullying me, yeah. And it did stop for like a year maybe, and then it went back. It came back. So
What?
I was like, well,
Yeah, because they got sick
I'm
of you.
gonna.
You did too much.
So I transferred
too much
schools. I
free
just
art.
couldn't handle it. I literally did not attend my last semester of school because I just couldn't take it. It was either that or kill myself. So I was like, I'm staying home. So I just didn't go
See,
to school
Choco,
for the last semester.
I used to say this to Sport because he would also tell me he got bullied. I would have been friends with you because I would always try to befriend the losers.
Bold of you to assume you're not one of them already.
Girl, that's why you're here
Choco.
today.
Chaco, I had the luxury of being funny. People liked me. I was able to bring people who were socially ostracized. Like I told this story before, but there was this one girl. She was a ginger and she was like chubby. Everybody hated her ass because she kind of smells funny too. But I started being nice to her because
That girl being Ice Spice.
it's not a thing to do.
Oh my god.
It
Okay,
might have been nice,
but you have to understand.
yeah.
I was the only non-Austrian in like that school
Choco,
department, so it was like
She was
it was
the
so
only
much
big
racism
ginger
towards me.
girl
It was
with
really bad.
Fucking curly hair. Like it's always something different about somebody.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
If you can make one friend and
Oh, I
if
had
everybody can
friends.
see
That wasn't the problem. I did have friends. Just the
Yeah,
bullying
but I'm
still
talking about
was
the
bad.
people who bullied you.
I'm not gonna befriend my
Choco-
bully.
My friends were bullies. I'm talking about my friends. Yes. So if
Maybe you
could,
were
like,
one of the
make-
bullies.
If you could if I bullied someone, they'd kill themselves. Chaco, you need to understand that you just have to be a good person to people. Like
I am.
that was your opportunity.
I am a good person. Oh my god!
But instead,
I just
you
had a
decided to get
flashback.
bullied.
I just remembered
This is
they.
Okay,
I just remembered they locked me into the boys' toilet once. It was
my
so
God.
bad. Oh, I'm sad. Can we move on, please? I don't want
No,
to. I
how
don't
did
want to
they
be
do
sad.
this?
They chased me down, and I ran into the toilet because that was like the only.
Chased?
Choco,
Yeah,
maybe
they
you should be on the
chased
high
me
school
down
episode.
the hallway.
Maybe you should be in the high school episode. I feel like a more could come after you.
It was
You
so
need
bad.
to-
I literally hid in my closet. Yes, it's ironic. I know.
Oh my god!
And
You need to confront this.
I hid in the closet so because my parents always checked the room if we like went to school or
Yeah.
overslept. So I would like put my outdoor shoes in the closet with me, put my
brother did this.
school backpack in the closet, and I'd go in there with my phone and just be in there until class was over or until my parents left, and then I'd come
Oh,
out
that's
and just lay on the
awesome.
bed and do nothing. And that was
Didn't-
what I did for like a semester. And then they were like, you gotta come if you want to graduate. And I was like, fine. And I remember I was calculating on which days I can miss. So it wasn't like a pattern. So it was always like,
Yeah.
okay, this week I'll miss Monday, Friday. Next week I'll miss Tuesday, Monday. And like, I would always mix it up. And I was literally only there for exams and maybe once or twice a week outside of that. And then I'm so glad I transferred schools. I swear to God, if I had stayed there, I might have killed myself the next year. Like it went really bad.
We're gonna do a whole episode like backtracking how you started getting bullied because
I don't want to talk about that. I'm gonna cry, girl.
I don't care.
I will
We're
cry.
gonna talk about it. You're gonna cry. You're gonna piss. You're gonna shit. Choco, you need to confront this. It's gonna be hilarious eventually.
Who says I
Okay.
need therapy when I have you guys here?
Exactly.
We gotta bring back giving cookies as a reward. You want a cookie for that? Yes, I do.
But they never gave them out.
Yeah.
I was fat and I was always waiting. So I could guarantee if I got a cookie, I would remember.
That's why I'm saying we gotta bring it back. We gotta bring back giving cookies as a reward. Because yes, I do want a cookie.
In elementary
Okay.
school, we had this system. Every time, so our teacher wanted us to read a lot of books, so she gave us this like paper with a list, and we would have to put in like the books we read. And when we were done with the list, we could pick out something from like her treasure box, and there was so much candy in there. And as a child,
Yes.
that was like that was literally like, oh my god, you have so much candy. Like the only time you'd ever see that is like in a supermarket. So I remember we were like sitting and reading books and then handing in the list when we were done. And I was just doing it for fun. But then but I had like the highest number of books read. They would check like every end of the week. And then this other guy the next week read more than me, and I was like, oh, nice, good for him. And I like look over to him, and he has this smug look at me, and he looks, I was like, okay, bitch, it's on. I won. I read more books than him in the end.
This is why Chaco got bullied. This
was in elementary school. In elementary school, nobody bullied me. Well,
are you sure about that?
Not the well.
There were these 3 girls who bullied, but I mean, it wasn't really... I don't know what it was. They just said, your school backpack is ugly. Are you a girl? Because it was like... It wasn't a traditional girly backpack. So they were like, are you a boy? Like, why do you have such an ugly backpack? No. I was like...
Choco got the boy backpack at McDonald's.
Yeah.
I loved that backpack. It was pretty.
This is what happens when your parents are nice to you. This is why Oracle can't fight back when Amor bullies him.
It's true.
Like, my parents made me mean when I was a kid. And even, like, people who would try to, like, make fun of me, I didn't care. I tell you to kill yourself.
Yeah, but listen, now you have more of trauma about your parents. And I don't have that much. That's
not trauma, though. I've already unpacked it, Choco. Choco believes in God still, even if they don't want to admit it to themselves.
I don't believe in God. I don't believe.
Okay. People in the comments right now, Choco was like, I don't believe in God. But then they were like, but I think I'm going to get punished for it. That's an inherent belief in God.
No, it's the trauma from my grandma, because she would force us every Sunday to go to church. And Georgian church is horrible, because men can walk in however they want, but women, you have to wear this, you have to wear that, you're not allowed to wear this.
That's how you get your cookie. You go to church.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I was thinking of this because when I was buying my piercing stuff for putting a hole through my ear, I was looking at things. I was like, what else do I want to buy on Amazon? After I was looking through my wish list, and I remember that I had those small, tiny little cookie crackers from church that you can buy in bulk. And I was like, oh, I really want to get one of those. One day I will be purchasing those.
That shit is so dry. I really do want
those. They taste so good, Choco.
They taste really good, but they're so fucking dry. No wonder they give you
that's why they give you
alcohol afterwards.
Yeah. It's so yummy. It's delicious. Also, oh my gosh, I tried wine a couple days ago at my friend's house, and it was like organic wine. And I always say this, how I never will ever be like, I always hate the concept of being drunk.
Yeah.
Me being drunk is absolutely awful. I never want to do it. I never want to have it. I never want to experience it. Maybe once, but like, that's a stretch. I either only want to have wine and just get a little tipsy, or I want to have maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 of pretty drinks. If I'm at a bar, if I'm at a club, and I see some waiter or somebody walk by with bright colored pretty drinks, I'll be like, oh. And then Viking brain mode and monkey mode will activate in my brain. I'll be like, I want that.
But that's usually cocktails, right? Like the fancy, colorful drinks,
which
are cocktails.
Gets you drunk even more.
I mean,
but
you could also just get mocktails, which are the same thing. There's no alcohol. It's like they make the drink. Like, you can literally order the cocktail and then no alcohol.
Oh.
I do like that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah,
that's just juice, though.
Yeah, but basically, I mean, if you're drinking the cocktail, it's just juice with alcohol.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, like when I make drinks here at home, if I'm looking for something to mix and I don't have anything, I'll literally use Gatorade.
Really?
I'll just put because it's just you could use anything as a mixer. It doesn't matter. Lemonade. Huh. Lemonade is my favorite thing to put with vodka.
Oh. Wait. I don't know if you guys are gonna be interested in this, but I love those bands where it's just some guys who look a little disheveled, and usually 2 to 4 of them, and then just one beautiful, jaw-dropping woman who does the singing.
Yes!
That's my favorite genre.
Yes!
Choco, did you see my tweet about that?
No, but I know exactly. You saying that, and I had like 3 different bands in my mind already.
Yes! There's Men I Trust, there's Slow Pulp, which is a band that I just rediscovered, and then there's another one that I also listen to, but that's my favorite genre of band. It's not a genre of music, but it's a genre of band.
Yeah.
And that is so fun to listen to. And it's so interesting too, because every single one of them, you can pick out all the guys kind of look a little like you would pick them up off the streets and they would just start playing a guitar for you. It's insane. And then one like gorgeous woman.
Yes.
And she does most, if not all, the singing.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It is fucking hilarious. Yeah. I don't know what it is about this genre of band, but it's so fucking funny. Every time I see it, I'm like, not again. But sometimes the music is good.
Literally. It's like, did you clone again?
Yeah.
This is happening again?
Copy paste.
It's so fun.
I mean, some of the music is good. Like, I'm not saying it's like a bad band or it's like bad. It's just funny how many times it happens in a band.
Yes. And it's the specific number of men to like woman ratio.
Yes. It's always like one woman, max two women, and then everybody else is a guy.
Or 4. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Did Grim die?
No. I'm just confused that you guys are like, oh, it's a group of people. Like, what do you think a band is?
No, but
what do you think a band is?
No, we're talking about the ratio.
Specific.
We're talking about the ratio.
Where the guys always look a little disheveled. They look a little like their hair is always messed up. They always look like a little like kind of clinically insane. I don't know.
I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say on this because I only listen to Taylor Swift.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People who have a shit kink should marry someone with IBS. Perfect comparison.
Why did you just spit it out like that? This is horrible. Wait a minute. Stout has IBS.
Yes!
And he's in a relationship.
It's all making sense.
He's not here to defend him. He doesn't. So fun. I don't know if you guys know, but for everyone listening, Stout doesn't watch the podcast. He's never gonna know that we said this about him.
Yeah.
His boyfriend's a shit eater.
Yeah.
This is horrible news.
You saying that, you're just making shit up and then blaming me when I say that he sat on crap for a while.
Oh my,
and he did.
Wait, and then
probably
Tom
enjoyed it.
Yeah, because he described it so
vividly.
The way he was like, "Oh, I remember how squishy and warm it was in my pants." He's Russian. I can't do the accent, but you can imagine.
See, and he left out the part where he was throbbing.
No, shut up. Okay, moving on. Next thing.
The only other person I know with IBS or an IBS like condition is Bryn, so we're gonna have to hook Bryn up with somebody that has a shit kink. Okay, now we know that. Write that down, Choco.
Me?
No.
Oh, Bryn, I hope you get better soon, and I hope the goes well.
Does Bryn even watch this?
I don't think Bryn listens to the podcast either.
Choco, you're speaking to air. This is so upsetting.
But yes, I hope Bryn gets well.
How white women are with little black kids when touching their hair is the way I am with Italian men.
And what, their nose?
What?
You're sitting there petting their nose or what?
What was the thing that your nurse said? Oh, I just love your hair. It's so...
I just love your African American hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's how I am with Italian men. Because my grade 11 crush, his hair has grown even longer now, and so every single time that I see it, I'm always like, I want to touch. I want to feel.
Does he have like the afro-ish hair?
Kinda, yeah. But it's like, it's curly, it's black, it's really fluffy, and every single time that I see it, I'm like, give me like a DNA sample.
Oh.
One DNA sample. And I can clone you, and then I can just start petting your hair.
You can make like a chia pet out of him.
Exactly, and that's what I think, like, white women are with like little black kids when they touch their hair. Like, I just want to get one strand of like just pull it out. Tweezers. They bring tweezers. I like to imagine.
I was listening to something about that. Not necessarily this situation, but have you noticed how if like an adult woman says to like a young male child, it's like, oh, you're so cute, I'll wait until you grow up and then I'll come and snatch you up. But if a guy said that to a girl, it'd be like, call the police. But like, I never like realized how fucking weird it sounds from a woman too.
I think it's less weird that a woman says it because you know a woman will probably not mean it.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
But still, the one like off chance is scary.
Yeah, it is, but like when you look at the statistics, like who's out there actually committing these crimes? Like I'm not saying it doesn't happen or that it's invalid when it happens to, but you know, that's why it's creepier for sure. Like, come on, it's like the dead body thing all over again. We don't want men anyways. Damn.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm still recovering from the IBS thing. I'm so sorry. And once again, I'm sorry, shit was brought up.
Every podcast, you know, when you guys do the TikTok supercut, you guys should just pick up every time we talk about shit. It's just every time it was talked about.
I was at a party. I don't like a woohoo drinks party, but it was at my friend's house, and that was the day that I got my ears pierced.
Yes.
And I was at a party because they hosted a party for a friend of a friend's acquaintance. But no. In my context, a friend, which is my friend who just pierced my ears, of a friend's acquaintance.
So a stranger for you.
Basically.
Yeah, don't just say stranger.
My friend is really close with this person though. And so they hosted a party for getting to university. Woo!
Yes. Congrats.
It was the absolute most strangest group of people because the connections between these people, it was like 7-8 people max, including me. It was the strangest group of people because every single person there didn't talk to every single person there. Like every single person.
Yes. 10 degrees of separation party.
Yes. It was fucking insane in the way that everybody was really close with at least, or like kind of okay close with at least one person. And then everybody else, they were like,
hey,
I see you in the halls, but I never talked to you. Very strange.
That's like when you're it's like people who you work with but you never like interact with, and then you have to go to like a Christmas party or something.
Yes. It was I was saying to my friend before everybody came, I was like, this is my nightmare blunt rotation. These are the people that I would least hang out with and talk to. And if I was high in this moment in time, I would be tripping balls.
Gurmy's, like, you guys say that about the Christmas party, but that's literally what was like going, because I joined this company in October, so I was literally just working 2 months before they invited me to the company Christmas party. And there was this one girl I had just met, like that was literally the day we met as coworkers. It was awkward. Like, she was super nice, don't get me wrong, I like her, but we never talked, we never interacted. This was literally the first time, and it's just awkward. So obviously you're gonna go and talk to people you know rather than...
It was absolutely awful. I was sitting in the one room that was kind of separated from the living room, and it was a plant room, and I was sitting by myself.
Plants.
And the cake was brought out for this person's uni party, whatever thing. And they were like, Braden, why are you sitting in the plant room? And after, I was like, I don't know. Because I was sitting there because 2 people were talking, and then 2 people were talking, and then 2 other people were talking. And this was in the living room. And after, I was in the spare plant room because who the fuck do I talk to? I have my friend's dog that's sitting right beside me, and then I have my friend's cat sitting right beside me. I'm speaking to them. But everyone was like, Braden, why are you sitting in the plant room by yourself? That's you're a weirdo, you're a freak, you're a loner, the killer's in the room with us right now. And so they were like, let's join him. And so I was like, okay. And there was a table, and we all sat down in this one tiny room. There was one person sitting over here. Absolutely hate this fucking cunt. He's really loud, and he's my least type. If I ever talk about this, it's gonna be a long conversation. But he's my least favorite type of straight man. And he's really loud. When he laughs and when he talks, the room and the ground physically vibrates. Absolutely fucking hate that. But I got a headache 5 minutes into it, and I was sitting down, and I was looking straight, and I could see all the view through the entire living room and through the entire like other kind of kitchen sitting area, and I was kind of just sitting like that, just staring for like almost the entire time because I was in such a room with people that I absolutely despise speaking and talking to, and that I'm friends with only one single person there. I was like, I don't want to speak, and I don't want to talk. I don't want social interaction in any way, shape, or form. And as I was sitting there, I was thinking to myself, I was like, this is so fucking boring, but this is probably interesting to one singular person, that if they were listening to this conversation, they would probably be so interested. So interested. Just one random like passerby that didn't really know any of us, didn't know the context, didn't know anything. And then I was thinking, I was like, I think that would be so fucking cool if I made a podcast where I brought my phone and just recorded a random conversation, like recorded like an hour conversation of people just sitting in a room talking to each other. And without, like, they would probably know, but like I would just bring my phone to random like get-togethers or parties, and I would sit in the room with my phone recording all the conversations that's happening. And like if I was a person that didn't have that idea and that didn't make that podcast, and if that podcast was an actual thing, I would be listening to that at this moment in time, because I think that concept is fucking insane, but I think it's really funny to go through a bunch of different social interactions with random different people and just hear their conversations all just going at once.
Choco, you have anything to add?
I don't know if I could listen to something like this for a whole hour, but it would definitely be interesting to at least hear snippets of it.
Yes.
I think you guys are just weirdos.
We're weirdos?
I think you guys are just weirdos.
Why?
I don't want to hear random people's conversations.
No, but it's like, okay, it's like, you're sitting at a restaurant. Say you're sitting in a restaurant alone.
Uh-huh.
You're not
that's
gonna be
never
on your
gonna
phone,
happen.
just like existing.
Yeah, but that's not true. If
No,
I
no,
go
no,
to
no,
a
no, no.
restaurant by myself, it's for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's for me time, not to
But-
listen to random strangers.
In my context, if I were to go to a restaurant by myself,
Mm-hmm.
I would be sitting there with the intent to listen to other people's conversation. I'm
That's
obsessed with eavesdropping on
Nosy.
conversation.
That's just being nosy.
Yes. If you ever invite me to your house or apartment, or if I'm in an Airbnb, I will be searching through every single thing. Every
That's
single
fair.
door, every single nook, every single cranny, every single closet, every single drawer that is openable, every single safe that you have unlocked. Nothing's prepared. Nothing's safe, and nothing's kept away from me. But if you're having a like important conversation and you're doing it in public with not four walls around you in a close proximity where it's just you and this other person or group of people that you're talking to, I will be listening. I'll be tuning out of the conversation that I'm having right now, and I will be listening. And so if I were to go to a restaurant and just sit there, I would be listening to other people's conversations. And so I'm thinking that this podcast idea would be so cool, because imagine you can just tune into a random conversation that you have no clue who the people are. You're never going to see those people or hear those people ever again. And it's just me taking my phone around and just recording a conversation for an hour at like a random party that I go to. And this would happen like once every like few months, because I don't go to parties like at all. And so it would be really funny.
I mean, Choco's already interested from the look on their face.
Choco, you would listen to some of this, right?
Yeah, of course.
Choco gets it. Girl, you're weird.
I don't know. I think you guys are just nosy.
If I was straight, I couldn't make a baby. My sperm would look like it would create a Tamagotchi at best.
I'm so sorry.
Disgusting.
Did you say you could not?
Yes. If I was straight, I wouldn't be able to make a baby. My sperm would be a Tamagotchi. Okay, so we've gotten to the point of the podcast where both Germ and Choco are tuning out because there's no interactions at all.
I'm not tuning out. I'm just like I'm trying to think.
How to respond
What
to
is
that?
that? Yeah, what does that mean? Like, because I know what a Tamagotchi is because I was born in the 90s,
Yeah.
I know how a
You know what
Tamagotchi is kind of like a
Tamagotchi is.
baby.
right? So that's just normal.
It's a
like,
virtual
getting
pet you
pregnant.
have to take care of, basically.
Yeah.
Yes,
you have
Tamagotchi
to
is a
take care
virtual
of,
pet.
you have to feed, you have to play with, you have to interact
So
with on
I'm
a
just
daily
like,
basis.
are you saying you'd take like a sperm?
My sperm would create a Tamagotchi.
At
It wouldn't
best
create a baby.
is
I
what-
don't think it has the capabilities and the power of
Oh.
making a baby. It would create a Tamagotchi at best.
I see. See, that makes more sense. I still don't know how to interact with this, but I get it now.
Okay, before you move on, Pop, I just want to mention real quick, we are on the 135 mark almost, so
Oh yeah. Okay.
Just pick
well,
up-
I'm gonna.
the next two important ones.
Okay. The next one, this one isn't really that important, but Baby Grinch, second.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait,
I was thinking about
I
this.
have to show you a video about this. There was a podcast that was literally talking about this. That was like in depth, going how Baby Grinch came about and how there's this theory that he's a swinger baby.
What?
You know,
I'm gonna have to show you this.
I don't think Pop's ever watched The Grinch.
Have you?
Yeah.
I was really scared.
He's never seen
when
it.
I would ever see like poster covers of the Grinch as like a 9-year-old, I would like chase myself off. I would get
That's
really
fair.
scared.
Pop,
'Cause-
this movie is older than you because when I was in 4th grade, we had it in VHS and I would watch it in school.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, it's old.
Okay,
It's really, really old.
here you go. This is the video. I don't know if we should watch it together or whatnot, but
How long is it?
I don't know.
2 minutes. 20 minutes, Choco. Choco, you want us to watch a 20-minute video?
It's not 20 minutes.
No, it is. Do you see the 2-0? And then the 60 seconds? Insane.
Are we watching this girl now or?
Do you want to?
I mean, I feel like it's necessary, but
Pop doesn't know The Grinch, so keep that in mind.
I have no clue. I would have no context of this. Choco, if this isn't funny, I'm making fun of you.
I want
I
to
found
walk
it
you
funny.
through an interesting realization I had during a rewatching of the film with my kids this last week. So the Grinch movie with Jim Carrey actually spends time creating an origin story for the Grinch as opposed to the cartoon that you guys have experienced prior. The babies of Whoville are the way that actually they explain like how babies are made. They go very much in the realm of like storks, but it's not storks. But that insinuates that these babies are the product of a union of two Whos. They don't say whether or not there's actual sexual intercourse, but it is the combination.
Charlie, you know
of
you
two
could have
Whos.
just explained
So
this to
then
us
the
instead of
Grinch
us
is brought
watching a
in,
podcast.
They say like a weird wind,
No.
and he's dropped off at the house
Okay.
of these two women. I assume that
I could have
insinuates that
explained it
these
to
two
us.
women are local old lesbians who are living together as partners, and this is their baby. It happens on a night while they're having a Christmas party. At the Christmas party, they have a jar that everyone's putting their keys in. What's that mean,
God.
everybody?
It's a key party?
That's a
That's
swinger
a
party.
That's a swinger party. So these are
See,
two
Jaco,
old
this
lesbians
is how you-
that are having a
Please,
swinger
we
party.
could've
So
just
they
had
must
this
be like either bi
conversation.
or pan or something like that. That made me start thinking, and this is not backed up by anything involved in the movie, but that made me think like, is the Grinch what baby happens when a bunch of queer pansexuals have like some sort of orgy? And then have
It's like everyone
it's just this thing.
molded into one.
So he's an orgy baby.
I think he's an orgy baby.
He's a Christmas miracle.
Because he's different. In the end, he like turns out to be a bit more advanced, I think, than the rest of them because he's got a lot of like tinkering mechanical skills. He shows off incredible superhuman strength by lifting up the sled at one point. He's like the hero at the end, everything like that. So I think the Grinch is like a superior next level evolution in the Who race that is caused by a bunch of pansexuals having an orgy.
I like
Thank you
this.
for coming
I like
to my
where you're
TED
going
Talk.
with it.
This-
Not funny, didn't laugh.
that's fine. But this explained what I was trying to say.
Thank you, Choco.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Everybody-
Chaco,
Everybody say thank you, Choco. Thank you, Choco.
I'm begging
welcome.
next time, just explain it to us.
No.
Walk us through it yourself.
Okay, next time I'll do it, but I'm so fucking tired. I don't know what's going on, man.
Okay, last thing.
Pub was helping me fall asleep earlier.
You're
With his
sick.
stories.
Last thing before Choco doozes off. Huh? Okay, I was thinking about this with my friend, and I was calling her. This is also the time when I didn't have internet. This was at 4 in the morning, and I called my friend because I had a fascinating idea.
Oh my
and I
god,
just
at
had to
4
tell
in the
somebody.
morning? No wonder I
Yes.
hate you.
She goes to sleep at 8, clinically fucking insane. I don't know how she does it.
So what time
but
does
I
she
called her
wake
at
up?
4. Like 6? Because she lives like out of the city, so she has to drive in.
Oh.
But I called her at 4 in the morning, and I was like, "Hey, you were sleeping, right?" And she was like, "Yeah, I just woke up." And so I called her, and I was like, "Hey, I have a fascinating proposition, and I need your thought on this." And she was like, "Okay." And I said, "Imagine if instead of actual prison, like you go into prison with multiple people, you serve your sentence, you're there for a certain amount of years.
Okay.
Say you murdered someone and you're put in prison.
Okay.
But this prison is different than other prisons in the way that you're sitting in one singular cell that has all your basic necessities. You're able to shit, you're able to sleep, you have a bed, you're given food, and you're given water. Across from you, you can only see what's across from you. And directly across from you is another prison cell, empty, with your most dearest loved person, or if you don't have a most dearest loved person, it's your most dearest animal or pet or figure or whatever. Anything that's emotionally the most closest thing to you, that's a person or an animal, that's in the other cell across from you. And you have to watch from when you get put into prison, that person or that animal's life get ripped out of them slowly throughout the entire course of however long they live. They're not given food, they're not given water, they have to shit on the ground, and they have nowhere for them to urinate. Chaka, why are you laughing?
Sorry, just
laughing,
you know. What a fascinating concept, Pop. What the fuck is
But
wrong with you?
You have to watch your prison sentence is you have to watch them
Waste away.
absolutely, like, their life and their soul and their being slowly deplete and their skin turn into actual bones and brittleness.
I don't
and you
need
have to
prison
watch
for
them
that. I can
die
just look in a mirror for
over
that.
the course of the days that they're dying, without food, without water, without anything to sustain their mind at all in any way, shape, or form. And you're let out an hour after they die, so you have to live with the guilt that you had an hour to save them, but you were too late.
Isn't that the movie plot from that one Justin Timberlake movie?
I have no clue.
Pub,
But I was thinking this.
Basically, in the first half of this, you described a normal
Prison.
solitary confinement.
Yeah.
Yes. You just described normal solitary confinement. And then you were like, and then we watched them kill somebody that they really, really care about. Innocent, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what now?
I was just saying, because this was a 4 a.m. thought, and I didn't have any internet, and I was just thinking this. And so I was saying how that would be insane emotional torture to the person in question who's in prison.
I don't think
Yeah, but it is also torture for an innocent being.
But you're literally killing somebody who had nothing to do. Okay.
Yes.
So think of it like this.
Then everybody's just gonna act like assholes around them, so nobody's like
Yes.
their most important person.
Literally, like, if I wanted my mother dead, I'd say that I cared about her so much. Oh, I love her. Then I'd go kill my dad, and then they'd put me in jail and put her in front of me, and then they'd do the job for me.
No. But this would
I would
be
only get the charge for killing my dad. Like, you're...
no. Like, you wouldn't tell them your most important person. They would just already know somehow. You're thinking about it in a too literal sense. You're like my science teacher. You're a nerd.
I would make sure that they somehow knew it was her.
Germ having pictures of
Yes.
his mom in his room everywhere, and people are like, "Oh, he must have loved her." And it's just darts.
No, but
target
isn't that
practice.
insane emotional torture to watch the
Okay.
life of someone you love the
So-
most get ripped out of them over the course of their
You
existence to death?
have never watched Black Mirror, have you?
I've seen one singular episode, the social media one. That one was really good.
Yeah, you need to watch You're basically describing a Black Mirror episode, kinda.
Yeah.
But I've seen so many of them that I was like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, you need to watch Black Mirror.
I know
You
where you're
probably
coming
like
from,
that show a
Pub.
lot.
And it is a good concept. Well, it is
not
a
a good
concept.
concept.
It is a concept. You might want to work on it a little.
No, but I feel like that would be so good. That would be such good emotional torture. Think about it.
Yes, it would be emotional torture, but I don't know if I want that in this society.
Like, I don't think because there's like sociopaths, people that don't care about anybody or anything.
I know, but like a normal person who just killed, say, a serial killer that just killed a bunch of people, but they have like one person that they're really, really super, super, super emotionally close with. Watching the soul lift and like get
Pop,
depleted out
what
of
if I
that.
told you that the person that they're super, super, super close with is someone that they kidnapped when they were like 9 years old and they've had them for 10
Gurm,
years?
you're adding so many factors onto it. You're adding so many external
doesn't-
factors onto it. Think about it in just the one context of that one singular
can't.
context,
You
without adding
cannot-
so many other factors into
you
it.
can't
Oh, that
do
person
that.
kidnapped this person. This person really wants this person dead. This person
Because-
lied. Da, 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 da.
Pop, can I add
Because
something to
serial
that?
killers don't care about anybody, or they wouldn't kill
I
people
know,
that
but say it
way.
was just somebody who just got put into jail for something.
Yes, but okay. If that happened to me, Pop, if I like when I got out of prison, I can 100% assure you, if I lost my most emotionally connected person through this, I would even more gonna on a rampage and like kill the system, like go after people in the system, like that implemented the system and stuff.
Then that would keep on happening to you over and over and
But-
over till all the loves people in your life dies.
That is if they catch me again.
Choco.
Pop, this is
Adding
your worst
factors.
idea today.
Yeah,
This has gotta be it.
yeah.
Pop's like, you gotta remove all thought. You have to remove all logic. And then
I don't know. I would be fantastic in the Black Mirror pitching episode room.
Right, of course.
Yeah. If I pitched this to Black Mirror, like, designers,
Designers.
I
You
think
mean
that show's
writers?
they would go
So-
crazy. They would be like, whoa, this is so good. We've got to submit this show right now. And all royalties go to you in specific.
Not gonna lie, I feel like this could be on an episode of Love, Death, Robots. It wouldn't
What is
even
that?
be. It's an animated show. It's every episode is by a different studio and or animator. It's
Is
really
that the
good.
NFT one?
No, I
With the
don't think
monkeys?
so. No, I wouldn't watch that.
We gotta talk about that for the next episode, because that was a fucking insane arc.
Yeah, we will talk
Okay.
about this.
End of episode. Bye, guys.
Jesus Christ, calm down. Thank you so much
Bye.
for listening. Oh my god. Okay.
Just cut it off
bye.
here.